Christmas vibe, just for at least one or two more videos. It's a great vibe to be in, honestly. And we're gonna head right off to Big the Cat. We're in, I'll be honest with you, I forgot where Big, oh, he's right here, thank God he's close. Let me place the marker. So we're gonna head right to Big the Cat, do some good old big fishing. We're not fighting anything, by the way. This is a very chill video. So I forgot the controls. Oh my god, I forgot the controls. Thank God we're just doing big fishing today, because we would have been screwed if we had to get into any kind of combat. Luckily, let's go check out Big. We're gonna hang out with Big in his very special portion section of cyberspace. He's just been vibing out there the entire game. I love that, by the way. He's just there. It's not technically him, but it's Sonic's memory of him. But that's semantics. Big is just out here vibing. Hey Sonic, welcome back. Would you like to try? Let's go fish. We got plenty of coins. Let's go for it. Oh, also, so let's talk about the plans for 2026. But before we do that, I wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody, because we have finally actually passed 800 subscribers, and that is insane. Oh my god, it's Vector. Anyways, that is insane. It is absolutely amazing that we, actually have passed 800, and it really does mean so much, and I am so excited for what the future holds, and especially for 2026, because 2026 is gonna be pretty cool, pretty fun for the channel. So, speaking of that, let's run down my little list of what we've got for 2026. I actually have a list. I usually don't do most of these videos prepared, having an actual list. God, that's a weird looking bug. Anywho though, I normally don't do the videos, with preparation, but I do have a list for this because there is a lot of stuff. So, first on our docket, I think I've talked about this in most videos now, a lot of videos. Y'all might realize we haven't really been doing any Let's Plays the last few weeks after we finished up our SpongeBob and Rayman playthroughs, which were absolutely so much fun, by the way. We are starting back up another Let's Play. We are starting the year off big and strong with our boy Astrobot. The next Let's Play coming literally next week is for Astrobot. We're starting it next Friday. Get hyped, get excited. I love that game to death. That might be one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. It's incredible, and we're doing a 100% playthrough in Astrobot. It's gonna take us a good amount of time, but it is gonna be so much fun. Outside of that, we also have to have a second Let's Play going, because we always have 2 Let's Plays at a time, and it would feel kind of weird if we didn't have a second one, and I really want to do another game alongside Astro. So, I'm gonna have a poll coming out next week, Monday, for our next Let's Play game. The 3 final options are going to be Spyro the Dragon 2. Spyro 2, that's the better way to say it. Don't know why I said his full legal name, but anywho. Oh Jesus, there we go. I haven't got one of those in a while. Oh, it's a treasure chest, nice. Yeah, so the 3 options for our next Let's Play game outside of Astro, obviously, is going to be Spyro second option, Epic Mickey, the remake, slash remaster, technically more of a remake. That game is so crazy fun. We'd probably do a 100% playthrough on that one as well. An Acorn. Yeah, that's our second option, Epic Mickey. That game is so fun, and I love the vibes. And our third option for our next Let's Play would also be Ratchet and Clank 2016. I guess, remake slash reboot, I guess, of sorts, but not really. It's a crazy fun game. All the Ratchet and Clank games are a snapping turtle. But yeah, all the Ratchet and Clank games are so much fun. That particular game, I don't think I would do a 100% playthrough on. It would be more of a, I would just go for all the gold bolts, and that would kind of be it, because 100% in that game is kind of complex and messy, and there's a lot of stuff in there to do. So I would just do all gold bolts, but honestly, that would still be so much fun. That game is a blast, and that it would be our third option. So, like I said, the poll for our next Let's Play game is coming out next week, Monday. It's going to be running for 2 full weeks. I'll be making posts constantly, literally like multiple times a week, reminding everybody to, vote, get your vote in. That's going to be our next big Let's Play right alongside Astro. I think I'm going to have those two running concurrently. I don't know if I'll have a third Let's Play going in. Maybe not, but maybe so, depending on, how things go and what game works. If another game fits in nicely into the schedule, we'll see. But that's going to be our next set of Let's Plays, Astro, and one of those games for the poll, Spyro 2, Epic Mickey, or Ratchet and Clank 2016. They're going to be so much fun. All of those are fantastic options, so I'm excited to see which one wins out. But that's kind of it for Let's Plays. Now, I might as well talk about what we've got coming in terms of just regular videos. We usually have, a large, solidly large variety of games that we play on the channel. But I'm always adding in new ones and swapping out older ones and stuff like that. That's a cool looking goldfish. And one of the games that I've been saying that I wanted to play on the channel for forever, and I keep saying we're gonna do it, and I just keep pushing it off because other games end up coming in, or I end up jumping onto something else, or I just forget. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2. We are absolutely going. It's crazy. We are absolutely going to be making, playing around in Spider-Man 2. It's not going to be a Let's Play per se, at least not right now, because we haven't done a Let's Play on any of the games yet. But we are absolutely going to be playing around in Spider-Man 2. We got Peter, we got Miles. We're going to swap back and forth, do a bunch of random crimes, whatever random challenges / side content that is kind of replayable. I usually tend to, make up a bunch of challenges, like, try to get through a whole session without getting hit, or without using gadgets, or without web swinging. That was a crazy challenge, by the way. I've done that no web swinging challenge. I think in both the first Spider-Man game and in Miles Morales, and it was insane both times. But yeah, we're gonna do a whole bunch of videos on that. I'm not super certain when in the year it's coming, probably in the next few months. But rest assured, Spider-Man 2 videos are 110% coming this year. Another game that I have full intentions of making videos on will be Ghost of Yote. I recently finished playing it. It is an absolutely amazing game. I will rant and gush about how absolutely incredible that game is boy, that game's world is something else. Not even talking about how amazingly well it's designed. I'm just talking about the vibes. Oh my god. Yo, the nature walks are gonna hit. But we're definitely gonna jump into Ghost of Yote now that it's out and I've fully finished playing it. And of course we'll still jump into Ghost of Tsushima every now and then for nature walks and stuff like that. But that's gonna be really, really fun. And of course, I should mention this, and I'll talk more about this in a few minutes, but I recently got Battlefield 6. So definitely, I haven't started playing it yet, but definitely expect some Battlefield 6 videos coming, I'd say, kinda soonish. It might honestly even be sooner than Spider-Man 2. It's that soon. I haven't started playing the game yet, but I'm playing it. I'm gonna play it I'm gonna start playing it really soon, and if it's anything like how the beta was, oh boy, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, definitely expect some Battlefield 6 videos, some online multiplayer videos, messing around, and trying to pull out some W or just helping people. If you can remember from the other Battlefield videos, I'm pretty good being a healer, and apparently healer slash support might actually be the best class in that game, from my knowledge and from what I remember the game, from how it played, at least during the beta. Support was kind of goated, so I mean, yeah, but I'm excited. I'm really excited. Definitely expect some Battlefield 6 coming soon. It's gonna be amazing. That's a mass. Our tuna is really that big? I know tuna is big, but is it that big? I don't know. That thing is almost as big, which is crazy. Anyways, moving onwards. So that's kind of it in terms of console games. But as you all may or may not know, I've been dipping my toes into more mobile game videos. We've really just been playing Sonic Forces Speed Battle, and that has been so much fun playing it on the channel. Legitimately, I really enjoy making those videos, and it's really fun, doing videos that aren't fully controller sound videos. They're more phone tapping and stylus sounds, and of course whispers. And I've got a good bit of options in my head, other games that we could play. One that I've been debating, let me start the other way around. One that we're definitely going to jump into is SpongeBob SquarePants Krusty Cook-Off. I believe that's what it's called. Is that what I wrote on the list? Is it actually called Krusty Cook-Off? It is. Because, so like, if you've been playing mobile games, you've probably seen it before at some point. There's been so many re-releases of that game. Recently, Netflix has their mobile stuff where they release mobile games, and it's basically, once you have a Netflix subscription, it's free, and there's no ads. And I've played Krusty Cook-Off multiple times before, but there's always so much ads, and it always gets in the way, and it's a weird level of a grind. But they re-released it as, I believe, Get Cooking or something. SpongeBob SquarePants Get Cooking, and it's literally the exact same game as Krusty Cook-Off. It's just the quote-unquote Netflix version, but there's no ads. It plays really well, obviously. It doesn't feel like a massive grind, and it's been an absolute blast playing that game. And it could definitely make for plenty of fun tapping sounds, because that game gets hectic quickly, cooking up literally everything from pancakes to Krabby Patties to ribs. It's insane. But that's gonna be so much fun, and I've been playing it so much since I've gotten it and realized that it actually exists. So we're definitely going to do videos on that game. It is a mobile game, but it's gonna be what do you call it? Horizontal. So it's gonna basically look like a regular video, but it's gonna be so much fun, y'all. We're absolutely gonna be doing videos on that game, without a doubt. There's a few other games I've been debating when I do play it, it's basically just like speed battle, but it's not online, and the racing just goes on forever until you die. But it's a lot of fun. So I'm debating possibly doing videos on that too. We'll see, but who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Depending if there's interest or if I'm really kind of vibing with it. But I am definitely going to be veering a bit more into doing at least a few more mobile games. Of course, I'll always mainly stick with doing console games, but it is fun doing phone games every now and then because it's just a nice change of pace, and also a nice change of sounds, and that's always fun. Keeps things, diverse, giving some variety, but that's kind of it in terms of what's coming to the channel. That's kind of our plans for 2026. Obviously, there's going to be plenty of games coming out this year. I'm excited to see what comes out. There may very well be, some new stuff, maybe some new Sonic games. I'm going to talk about that in like 3 or 4 minutes. But I'm excited. It's going to be fun. I might as well mention now, for Christmas, I picked up a few more games other than just Battlefield 6. I finally got SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. I am near certain I said it correctly. If you all know me, for the last, every time I mention that game, I say both variations of that name because I do not know what it's called. I've played the game a little bit now. I'm pretty sure I said it correctly. Maybe. But I've been playing it. It's fantastic, y'all. Titans of the Tide might be. I haven't finished it yet. I've only gotten through a good couple hours. But it might be legitimately the best SpongeBob game. And the other SpongeBob games, Battlefield Bikini Bottom and Cosmic Shake, are fantastic. So that's a crazy high bar. But it's so much fun. It is so much fun. It gives heavy Epic Mickey vibes, by the way. Like, it's the same exact team. It's THQ and Purple Lamp. And I think they just took all the skills they learned from Epic Mickey, and then they were just like, yo, let's put him in SpongeBob. And it feels and plays so well. It's incredible. But I've been playing that. And I got that. I got that new Illusion Island of Illusion, or Illusion Island with Mickey and Friends, which is basically a 2D hand-drawn Mickey Metroidvania adventure, which sounds right up my alley. And it looks amazing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be so much fun. I've had my eye on it ever since it got announced, and it finally got a PS5 release this year, and a physical release at that, so I am all down for that. But I got that. I got a Sega Genesis collection. There is the Sega Genesis collection that Sega released years and years ago, and for some reason they discontinued it a matter of years back. I don't know why. Maybe they're gonna do a new one, or maybe it's just a random move for no reason. I don't know. But I love all of the Sega games, and all the classic Sega games especially. So that collection, oh man, that's gonna be so much fun jumping into. And then I also got, because I've been getting a lot more into One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, which, from everything I've seen, looks fantastic. It's just a massive fighting game. A Muso, I think you say it, Muso fighting game, where it's just you versus like massive waves of enemies, and you're an overpowered character. And in One Piece, most characters are overpowered, so that kind of fits. That's gonna be really fun. None of those games particularly might come to the channel, say for like SpongeBob. That might come to the channel at some point, but who knows? Maybe eventually. And of course, Battlefield 6, which I'm so hyped to jump into. I might play that right after I finish up SpongeBob. The campaign looks really cool, and the multiplayer, of 3D guy, especially AC4, which I think might be my favorite. Yeah, that is, that's got me hyped, that's got me excited, and you will absolutely see videos on that on the channel if it does, when it does come out, or at least when I get it. I'll probably get it day one, but who knows. I'm usually really particular in terms of what I get day one because games are expensive. So, especially in new games, I think the only game I can guarantee I'm getting day one is Wolverine because obviously I'm a massive PlayStation guy and a big Marvel guy, so that was kind of a guarantee. But I am pretty excited to see what our boy Sonic does this year. And speaking of that, that'll lead right into my last point. I've got a lot of interesting speculations about what might come out over the next few years for Sonic. Because I've got, nothing's been announced. Mind you, nothing has been announced up to this point, which is the start of the year. But I've got a lot of speculations. So, like, let me lay it out for y'all, because I did say I wanted to do this at some point. Here's what I'm thinking we're gonna have next year, which is 2027, by the way. I know that's a massive jump since we just literally started 2026 today. Well, not today, basically. Oh, I messed that up. Maybe not today, maybe yesterday. I think yesterday. We just started 2026, my point. Man, I think, well, we know 2027, the Sonic 4 movie is coming out. I think that's a guarantee. I think they locked that in for April. And if we do a timeline check, in terms of release, the Frontiers came out in 2022, I believe. If I'm remembering everything correctly, Sonic Colors Ultimate came out in 2021, in spring. We know in 2022, we had Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers. Sorry, my throat got real dry for a second. No, so in 2022, we had Sonic Origins and a new Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers. Note that 2021 was just them starting back up with Sonic games big time. So we just got, the Colors Ultimate Collection Remaster, Colors Ultimate Remaster. Then 2022 was a big ol' remastered collection for the classic Sonic games and Sonic Origins. And a new Sonic game, a mainline Sonic game, Frontiers, which we are currently playing, obviously. Then in 2023, we got a bunch of Sonic Frontiers DLC, including, the Final Horizon stuff, and we got a new game, Sonic Superstars, which we played a few weeks back, or maybe last week. Time is very confusing. Last week, definitely last week. For Christmas. Yeah, I'm right, I'm definitely right, I think. Then, in 2024, there was no Superstars DLC, there was no extra DLC for Frontiers. It was just Gens, but Sonic Gens basically acted like a remaster and a new game because Sonic Gens was the remaster, Shadow Gens was the new game. And then in 2025, we of course just got one game, a brand new game, Crossworlds, which is was kind of a shock. We were just getting one racing game, but if you've played Crossworlds, it is massive, it is expansive, it is incredible. It absolutely, works as being the only Sonic release for that year. And there's still so much content coming for it. For 2026, we don't know what we're getting yet. 2027, I think we can guarantee, is the brand new Sonic game. The next mainline game, whatever Frontiers 2, I guess, for lack of a better name currently. Given that it's 5 years release after the main game, and that tends to be how new games tend to come out, to stop because I think Nintendo wanted to stop participating in it or something like that. Um, well, I always wondered, well, what about Sega? I'm sure they were cool with doing the Olympic Games. Then I saw something where Sega announced it actively. They're partnering with the Olympic Games. The Sonic franchise specifically is partnering with the Olympic Games because I'm not really super sure why. I don't know, movement, athleticism. But they made a big thing about it, and they also had a nice logo with all of the rings because it's Sonic, and the Olympics are known for those 5 rings, so it kind of works perfectly. just for what stuff is coming out, but for the channel. Anyways, though, I think that's kind of all I really had to say. If you all did stick around for this long, thank you, that's amazing. But I think that's gonna be it for today, honestly. I'm gonna leave. See you big. This was awesome. This was chill. I'm gonna have to collect a lot more of those tokens now, aren't I? But that's fine. Yeah, but this was so much fun. This was relaxing. Nice to talk and ramble for nothing. Not doing much else other than just that. Man, I'm excited for the next Sonic game, though. Hey, Coco, what's up, man? But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for everything, man. I am hyped, y'all, for this year to see what did you just show up. Oh no, that's the guy I collected. Okay, cool. Anywho, yeah, so I'm excited for this year. I am excited for the games coming out, and I am excited for what we've got planned for the channel. It's going to be a blast. But I think that's kind of gonna be it for me today. Again, I'm gonna say this again, y'all. Thank you all so much for the 800 subscribers. We are going strong. I am excited to see what comes next. Oh man, I am hyped. Get hyped. This is gonna